are you doing? So I'm going to be doing a reading from the 11th to the 17th of January, and I'm just going to be looking at what's going to happen in the week, some of the past energy from the week before and also some times before that, and a little bit into the future, kind of what you can take when you hit the ground running with these. This is just a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate completely, that's totally fine. Just scroll on and find a video that does resonate for you, but if you do, I'd really appreciate you hanging on and kind of listening to the messages. So let's find a tarot message for Virgo for present this week, please. Ooh. Four of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Swords, and Six of Cups in reverse. Can we get a past card, please? Five of Swords in reverse, and can we get a future card, please? Three of Cups. We'll get a animal oracle as well. Cat, speak your truth. Have strength, faith and conviction in your voice. It has never been more needed, okay? So the idea of speaking your truth. And also independence is interesting here. So some of you got Sagittarius placements, that might make sense. So let's have a look. I want to look at this Five of Pentacles in reverse, this Eight of Swords, and the Six of Cups as well in reverse. So this Eight of Swords is really about, you know, almost like facing a little bit of criticism, I think, this week coming. This doesn't always necessarily have to be a bad thing, although it might feel like you're being persecuted. It's actually kind of an interesting thing, because sometimes when we speak our truth and we really, you know, are strong enough to give our message, criticism will come, you know. What's the quote? I'll probably put it at the start of this video, actually. If you don't want to be criticised, then say nothing, do nothing and be nothing. So it's really important to always have strength and conviction in what you want to say, and don't worry about criticism. So I think some of you, you're kind of wanting to say an opinion, you want to, you know, stand up a little bit, but maybe you're worried about the criticism that it might cause. I've also got Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is actually great because this is money gain. So to have it in reverse, this is kind of an idea about you getting some money. This is also really great for kind of, I suppose, not looking at failure in a critical way. So again, I think, you know, this might be linked to the wealth. Maybe some of you are asking for a pay rise or negotiating a kind of pay rise or some kind of job, and you're worried about speaking the truth about it, but it will actually be really good for your wealth. For others, it's almost like you're worried about losing money. You know, there's a kind of fear about losing money. You have a fear about the house being turned upright, but actually in reverse, we know the house is stable. So again, this earth energy that you guys have with Virgo, that stability is very strong here, and it's important to you guys as well. I also think that for you guys in love particularly, this might be where the critical kind of speaking your voice comes from, because this idea of Five of Pentacles in reverse is, you know, things aren't that lovely and affectionate with somebody. Maybe you're having a fight with somebody, or you're having a disagreement and you're not really sure how to voice your opinions, but you know that if you do, you'll get that criticism, and perhaps, you know, if you feel you don't say anything, you'll feel trapped. So there's a couple of interpretations to that that I think are interesting to explore. But we have got some ideas about love coming through with the Six of Cups in reverse and the Three of Cups in the future. But I do want to talk about this Five of Swords in reverse. And I think there's something about, you know, almost having an easy ride before. Like maybe you felt like I think with this past card is really telling me that what you're going to go through this week with voicing your opinions and sort of going through this transitional period, you haven't really had to go through before. You almost have kind of had this beginner stance with it, and it's almost really difficult for you to have to fight that adversity and also have the faith to be able to fight that adversity. So there's an interesting thing about the past card there, which I think is about maybe having a seamless kind of transition, which I'll get clarified for actually. Okay, Queen of Swords. Okay, another Swords, great. So yeah, I think some of you have you've almost sort of been really used to being independent. You've almost actually been used to, I want to say, always being on it. But this time around, I think it's difficult for you because it's just something you haven't faced before. Again, this Queen of Swords is kind of saying that maybe you never thought you would have to do this, or actually maybe you thought, I'm done with having to voice my opinion and going through this BS again. Like, why am I having to do this? And I think especially in love, some of you might feel like you're just fed up. You're like, why is this happening? There's some dusty, musty, crusty people out there. I can't be bothered. We've also got this idea again about Six of Cups in reverse, which is kind of this idea that you don't really want to go into the past, you can't be bothered anymore. You're really looking forward to the future. And of course, why would you not be? Because we also have Three of Cups. Okay? Three of Cups is gorgeous. It is basically a conclusion. It's this kind of idea of having comfort and being satisfied when your desires are satisfied. So you don't really want to look into the past anymore. You don't really care whether you've had to achieve, whether you've had to defeat something or not. You just really want to focus on the future now. You want to say your piece, right? And have that voiced, have your independence, and move swiftly on. Okay, and when we move swiftly on, our future card is Three of Cups, which is our conclusion. Again, I think you guys, there's an idea about kind of just closing a knot here and being satisfied with it. For some of you guys that have gone through a breakup, you're healing, okay? Because Three of Cups is a great card for healing, and we want to put the past in the past, okay? So we don't want to go back into a bad relationship. We're looking at the best things now. I mentioned in the reading that we're kind of looking forward to having that wealth and sort of building ourselves and having that stable home, and that works a lot with having that conclusion as well. So this worked really well. So overall for this week, I think it's actually going to be a nice kind of thing where you're really speaking your voice. So there's a conflict where you have to move on a little bit, and especially with relationships and love, you are moving on to a really nice place where you're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking about X, Y, Z, literally all the X's, you're moving swiftly on. So yeah, overall a really nice reading. If you did like this reading, please like, comment, subscribe. I hope you have a fantastic week, Virgo, and thank you for watching.